Medical warning. If you itch in these 3 spots, your lifespan could be shortened, and habits silently destroying elderly health. That a seemingly harmless itching sign. Dear viewers, many people have passed away simply because their illness was discovered too late. Many others, who were healthy yesterday, are now in a hospital bed, just because they overlooked a very small sign. And I tell you, among those subtle signs, there is one that seems the most harmless: itching. No pain, no fever, no bleeding, just itching. But it can be the first sign of liver failure, nerve damage, or cardiovascular problems. Just think, if you overlook such a small symptom, and it leads to a stroke, heart attack, or even premature death, wouldn't that be incredibly unfair? I say this not to scare you, but to warn you, because someone close to me passed away exactly this way. But thankfully, science today has clearly shown that by paying attention to just 3 specific locations on your body, you can detect and prevent illness in time. Right now, I will share with you 3 locations where, if you feel itching, you absolutely must not ignore it. Please watch until the end of this video, because just a few minutes from now could be the moment that changes your entire lifespan. 3 itching locations you should absolutely not ignore. That we're diving into 3 crucial areas on your body where itching could be a warning sign. Point 1. Soles of the feet. The silent cry of an exhausted liver. If one day you find the soles of your feet incessantly itchy, especially at night, please don't simply assume it's dry skin or bug bites. It's very likely that your liver is crying out for help. As you know, the liver works quietly like a diligent mother, day and night, filtering toxins, metabolizing, and detoxifying the entire body, without complaining or showing fatigue. But when the liver is diseased, when it is poisoned by alcohol, medication, contaminated food, or affected by aging, it cannot perform its detoxification role properly. Toxins begin to accumulate in the blood, and the body reacts externally through the skin. Persistent itching on the soles of the feet, a sensation like thousands of ants crawling under the skin, where scratching doesn't relieve it, and there's no clear rash. This is one of the earliest signs of bile duct obstruction, fatty liver, or even early cirrhosis. Many older adults are complacent, thinking it's due to the weather, or just old age, and scratching will make it go away. But they don't realize that every time they scratch, their liver is crying out weakly. I tell you the story of Mr. Kui, my old neighbor in the old quarter. He is 72 years old, lives alone, walks daily, and eats simply. But a few months ago, he often complained about his feet itching intensely at night, preventing him from sleeping. His children bought him cream and told him it was just dry skin. 3 months later, he was hospitalized and diagnosed with stage 3 fatty liver, high liver enzymes, and early cirrhosis, without ever having known. You see, a small itch can lead to a big disaster. And this isn't a distant story. It's happening every day, every night, to people just like you. So, how do you recognize it early? If you have itchy soles of your feet, especially at night, with no clear rash or swelling during the day, but a distinct discomfort, accompanied by fatigue, darkened or yellowish skin, poor appetite, and dark urine, then your liver might be quietly paving the way for illness. It sends shivers down your spine, doesn't it? But don't panic too much. The good news is, if caught early, by simply changing your lifestyle, eating less salt, avoiding fried foods, drinking plenty of water, exercising gently, and getting regular checkups, the liver can still recover like a young plant after spring rain. Don't wait until your body breaks down to seek treatment. Treating it late is like trying to fix a boat after it has already filled with water. Speaker, have you ever experienced persistent itching on the soles of your feet, especially at night? Share your experience, thoughts, or questions about this sign in the comments below. 2. Itching in the middle of the back or near the spine. A signal from nerves and circulation, not your head, not your hands, but specifically the middle of your back, especially along the upper spine or right between your shoulder blades, is where silent signals from your body can originate. Itching there might not have a rash or redness. It's just a prickly sensation, like something is crawling subtly under the skin every evening. Some scratch their backs raw and then dismiss it. And that's when the body is crying for help, but no one is listening. Itching in the middle of the back is a common symptom for people with peripheral nerve disorders, particularly due to diabetes complications or reduced blood flow to the back skin from poor circulation. In older adults, blood circulation slows down and sensory nerves weaken. When blood vessels are like dry riverbeds in a drought, not delivering enough blood to the skin and nerves, they signal this by triggering itching. I once talked with Mr. Hoa, an older gentleman over 75 from an old apartment complex near Kim Leen. He was a retired mechanic, lived a disciplined life, but for months complained, "My back feels like something is crawling on it. It itches terribly at night." His children thought it was dust or allergies and bought him ointment, but it didn't help. Upon examination, he was found to have high blood sugar, high cholesterol, and mild damage to the sensory nerves in his back. Thankfully, it was caught and managed early. Left untreated, it could spread to his arms and legs, causing muscle atrophy or even loss of sensation. That seemingly small itch was a leak from a dike wall that had begun to erode. The consequence of not catching it early isn't just persistent itching, but potential nerve degeneration, minor strokes, mobility disorders, or prolonged weakness. To recognize it more clearly, pay attention to itching in the middle of your back, from the thoracic spine to between the shoulder blades, with no rash or redness, accompanied by a slight tingling or crawling sensation like ants, which worsens when lying on your back or sitting for long periods in the evening. Especially if you have a history of diabetes, high cholesterol, or high blood pressure, you absolutely must not ignore this sign. Speaker, what are your thoughts on itching in the middle of the back being a potential signal? Have you or someone you know experienced this? Share your perspective or questions with us in the comments. 3. Neck/nape area, where the brain is speaking up. Who hasn't had an itchy neck? Some attribute it to sweat, others to wind or dust. But if you frequently experience prolonged itching in the back of your neck or nape without a clear reason, do not dismiss it. The neck area not only supports your head, but also contains the most critical blood vessels leading blood to the brain. When blood flow to the brain is insufficient, the neck nerves are slightly compressed, or the thyroid gland starts to malfunction. The body will signal this externally with inexplicable itching, especially in middle-aged and older adults. Seemingly harmless, it's actually a warning bell for silent issues occurring within the brain. Itching in the neck/nape can be related to transient ischemic attacks due to cervical spine compressing blood vessels, mild damage to sensory nerves in the neck, thyroid disorders. Hypothyroidism can cause dry skin and itching in the neck area, or vitamin B deficiency, causing nerve transmission issues. I vividly remember the story of Ms. Lian, 67 years old, a retired village literature teacher. She was very talkative, but for the past few months, her daughter said her mother scratched her neck all day, and dermatology visits found no cause. Finally, an endocrinologist discovered mild hypothyroidism, reduced blood flow to the brain, and early signs of vestibular disorder. Her daughter said they were lucky to catch it early and adjust medication in time. Otherwise, in a few more months, her mother might have experienced insomnia, severe memory loss, or even mild confusion in old age. That small itch turned out to be a silent intruder in the brain. Pay attention to itching in the back of the neck/nape area, under the nape, slightly extending towards the ears, with no rash or insects, accompanied by fatigue, a heavy head, easy loss of concentration, possibly hair loss at the nape, and dry, slightly darkened neck skin. If you have any of these signs, do not be complacent. The neck is the only pathway bringing life to the brain and a crucial junction between the central nervous system and the whole body. A small issue here can derail the entire system. Just like in the previous sections, if caught and managed early, things can often be corrected. Eat enough B vitamins, whole grains, fish, and green vegetables. Do gentle neck and shoulder exercises in the morning. Limit prolonged neck bending, like looking at phones. Avoid high pillows, and see a doctor if itching persists without a clear reason. That itch is sometimes the last message your brain wants you to hear, urging you to pay attention. If you want to remain clear-minded in old age, remember your grandchildren's names and tell old stories. Don't ignore that neck itch. It's a commitment to your health and your family. Speaker, does itching in the neck or nape resonate with you? Share any related experiences or questions you might have about this warning sign below. Dear viewers, a seemingly trivial itch that everyone experiences can be a silent cry for help from your liver, blood vessels, or tired brain. As the body ages, it becomes more subtle. It doesn't scream when in pain, but whispers through small signs. If you are observant enough, you can prevent a major disaster from just a hint. I hope that after hearing about these 3 seemingly harmless itching locations, you will pay more attention to the small changes in your body. If this video was helpful, please hit the like button and share it with friends and family, because that action might help someone live healthier and longer, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are other daily habits, seemingly gentle and ordinary, that are silent killers, shortening lifespan daily. What's more concerning is that up to 90% of older adults are doing them unknowingly. I invite you to listen with me until the end of the video to unveil these habits, because what seems harmless might actually be a ticket to leaving this life sooner than you think. 90% of older adults make these 5 harmful habits, unknowingly sending themselves to an early grave. Now, let's uncover 5 common daily habits that are quietly harming health in later years. Point 1. Sitting in one place all day. When the body is forgotten on the chair, sitting still all day might seem like peace and relaxation to some. But for the body, especially an aging body, sitting for long periods is like a silent imprisonment where organs are gradually suffocated without protest. When you sit for hours without moving, blood cannot circulate evenly throughout the body. Blood vessels in the legs, buttocks, and hips are compressed, leading to stagnation and easily forming blood clots. If one day these clots travel to the heart or brain, they can lead to devastating consequences like stroke, heart attack, or pulmonary embolism, tragedies that strike in the blink of an eye. Furthermore, prolonged sitting causes muscles to weaken rapidly, especially in the thighs and back. Unused muscles atrophy, and joints become less flexible. The whole body becomes heavy and slow, making walking easy to trip and get injured. Worse, sitting too long affects the mind. Have you noticed? Sitting a lot makes you feel sluggish, easily distracted, sleepy, and even forgetful or irritable. That's because the brain, like other parts of the body, lacks oxygen. It all starts with something seemingly harmless, sitting for too long with little movement. The solution is very simple. Every 30 to 60 minutes, stand up, walk a few steps, stretch, take deep breaths, do some light exercises in place like wrist and ankle rotations, or body bends. Maintain a habit of walking for 20 to 30 minutes in the morning or evening, depending on your capacity. Just a little movement can push back the risk of those frightening health crises. If you're sitting watching this video, consider this a reminder. If it resonates, leave a comment. I will not sit still for too long anymore. Sometimes, just one small action can save a life. Do you find yourself sitting for long periods? Share your biggest challenge with this habit or your strategies for staying active in the comments below. 2. Eating salty foods, salty stews, pickled foods. A tasty habit quietly killing health for many older adults. A meal isn't complete without flavorful fish sauce, caramelized salty fish, or crispy pickled vegetables. But that delicious taste is actually a dull knife slowly cutting away at their lifespan every day. Eating salty food increases pressure on blood vessels, causing blood pressure to rise gradually, often unnoticed. Prolonged high blood pressure damages the heart, leading to strokes, heart failure, or brain hemorrhage. Not only that, the kidneys, which filter blood and maintain electrolyte balance, are severely damaged. When eating too much salt, the kidneys are overworked trying to excrete excess sodium. In the long run, kidney function declines, leading to kidney stones, chronic kidney inflammation, or kidney failure. Many think, I feel fine, what's the problem? But the danger is that the harm from eating salty food doesn't show obvious symptoms initially. It accumulates quietly like groundwater until it erupts into a crisis. Older adults tend to lose their sense of taste and smell, making it easy to season food more heavily without realizing it. By the time they find out, it's often too late. Instead of waiting for illness to arrive and regretting it, changing eating habits is an urgent necessity starting today. Scientific adjustments include gradually reducing salt and fish sauce, using lemon, lemongrass, and pepper for flavor, limiting salty stews and pickled foods, and increasing green vegetables and fresh fruits to balance taste and aid digestion. Read packaging labels carefully and choose low-sodium options. This change isn't a sacrifice. It's an upgrade to your diet for stronger, longer-lasting health. If you're still seasoning heavily out of habit, start changing today. If you agree and want to remind yourself, leave a comment. I will eat less salt to live longer. Every spoon of salt you reduce adds a healthy day to your life. How do you manage your salt intake? Share your tips for reducing salt in meals below and help others in the community. 3. Sleeping too little, staying up late. When the body is exhausted in silence in modern life, at any age, it's easy to fall into the habit of sleeping too little and staying up late. For older adults, this is even more common. At night, the house is quiet, children and grandchildren are asleep, and finally, they can sit in peace watching TV, scrolling on their phones, or simply lost in thought. But these very nights are quietly eroding their health hour by hour. When you don't get enough sleep or sleep against your biological clock, your brain doesn't get proper rest, leading to memory decline and increased risk of confusion or delusions in old age. Your heart works harder, blood pressure becomes irregular, and hormones are imbalanced. People who stay up late for years often develop high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and even strokes during sleep. Furthermore, the immune system weakens, making the body susceptible to colds, pneumonia, and even allowing cancer cells to grow faster because the golden hours for repair and regeneration are lost. The sad thing is, the feeling that you are healthy and can manage with little sleep is an illusion. The price always comes, and it comes when you least expect it. If you want to regain peaceful sleep, you don't need to change abruptly. Adjust gently, like lulling a child to sleep. Try reducing screen time before bed so the blue light fades with the sunset. Drink a cup of warm tea, listen to soft music, read a few pages of a book. Keep your sleep schedule regular like an appointment with yourself. Practice deep breathing or meditate for a few minutes before bed so your body and mind enter the night like old friends. Sleep isn't a waste of time. It's sending your body to a place of rest so you can live fully tomorrow. If you've ever been lost in restless late nights and want to start with meaningful sleep, leave a comment. From now on, I will cherish my sleep. Sometimes, a good night's sleep is worth more than a year of supplements. Speaker, what are your biggest struggles with sleep as you age? Share your thoughts, questions, or tips for better sleep habits below. 4. Self-medicating. Your body is not a book anyone can add chapters to. Many have the habit of taking medicine whenever they feel pain. A painkiller for a headache, old pills for a stomach ache, buying antibiotics for a cough. Often accompanied by the phrase, "The doctor prescribed this last time, it helped, so it should be fine now." But the truth is, no two bodies are the same, and no two illnesses are exactly alike. Every medication entering the body triggers complex biological reactions. If used incorrectly, wrong dose, wrong time, the consequences are not just ineffective treatment, but potential kidney damage, liver damage, stomach ulcers, or even dangerous, life-threatening side effects. For older adults, this is even more serious. Their liver and kidneys are weaker, detoxification is slower, organs are prone to toxin accumulation, and taking multiple medications at once can lead to dangerous interactions, canceling out or amplifying effects. What's more concerning is the overuse of antibiotics as a miracle cure, even when unnecessary. Antibiotic misuse leads to bacterial resistance, making them ineffective when truly needed later. Furthermore, reusing old prescriptions, buying medicine based on recommendations from others, or using unverified drugs is like gambling with your own health. Instead of risking your health due to complacency, place your trust correctly in doctors, professionals, and specific test results, not assumptions. To be safe, use medication only as prescribed, at the correct dose and time. Inform your doctor if you are taking other medications or have existing conditions. Do not stop or change medication on your own when you feel better. Remember, medicine is not candy, and your body is not a testing ground. If you've ever self-medicated out of habit and want to change to protect your organs and longevity, leave a comment. I will take medication as directed, not on my own anymore. Sometimes, one misplaced pill is the final drop that overflows the cup of health. Have you ever self-medicated? Share why you think it's a challenge for many older adults to always consult a doctor in the comments. 5. Skipping regular health checkups. When your body calls, but you ignore it. Many older adults, when asked why they don't get regular checkups, often reply, "I feel healthy. I don't have any problems, so why go?" But this very answer is one reason why many discover illness too late. Chronic diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, atherosclerosis, and cancer don't announce themselves. They sneak in silently, with no clear symptoms for many initial years. The body is a marvelous machine, but also very discreet. Often, it's already tired and disordered internally, but still appears normal externally. By the time clear symptoms appear, things are already too far gone. Getting regular checkups isn't about finding illness. It's about finding illness early, before it causes complications. Monitoring health indicators like blood sugar, blood pressure, liver, and kidney function allows for timely lifestyle adjustments to prevent the illness from worsening. Some fear going to the doctor for fear of finding something to worry about. But think about it. If you know, you have a chance to treat it. If you don't know, you might not have any chance left. Many diseases caught in the early stages can be well managed with diet changes, exercise, and regular monitoring. But if delayed, treatment is costly, less effective, and the body becomes frail, the spirit weary. Regular checkups should be seen as a meeting between you and your own body, a time to listen within and make adjustments before it's too late. Remember to schedule a general checkup every 6 months to a year. If you have chronic conditions, follow your doctor's recommended schedule. Don't be afraid, don't postpone, don't wait until something feels wrong. If you believe health is your most precious asset, treat it like a friend you meet regularly, not just in emergencies. If you agree, leave a comment. I will get regular checkups to live long and not regret it. Knowing early allows options. Knowing late might leave no time to fix anything. What prevents you or your loved ones from getting regular checkups? Share your perspective or thoughts below, and let's discuss. Dear viewers, we have just faced 5 harmful habits that many older adults practice daily. They sound simple: sitting too long, eating salty food, staying up late, self-medicating, being lazy about checkups. But if left unchecked, these become dull knives slowly eroding health until it's too late to fix. These are 5 things you need to stop doing today if you don't want to regret tomorrow that you knew but didn't change. But dear viewers, living healthy isn't just about stopping what's wrong. It's also about knowing how to do what's right. Stopping pouring oil on the fire is good, but knowing how to light a warm, steady flame is what's truly valuable. So, how can you live healthily, peacefully, and joyfully with your children and grandchildren to age 90, even 100? Do you need expensive remedies or secret elixirs? No, you only need 4 simple things anyone can do. The important thing is whether you do them regularly every day. Right now, I will share exactly those 4 things, what geriatric doctors, wellness experts, and long-lived elders worldwide are quietly doing every day. 4 simple channels nurturing health in old age that we're now exploring 4 simple practices that can truly nourish health in your later years. Point 1. Gentle body movement. A rejuvenating stream for life. Imagine your body as a stream. When a stream flows continuously, the water is clear and circulating, carrying life. When it's stagnant, it becomes murky and smelly. Gentle movement every day is precisely about keeping that stream flowing. You don't need to climb mountains or run marathons. Just a few steps early in the morning, a few stretches to greet the sun, tending to a few flower pots outside, or simply the gentle rhythm of housework. Every small movement is an awakening for your blood vessels, a new breath for every cell. It doesn't just make your body flexible, joints agile, and reduce the risk of illness. More than that, it's a way to connect with the world around you, feel life flowing, and keep your spirit fresh, full of exploring energy. Movement doesn't just extend lifespan, it expands the space for living and experiencing for your soul. How do you incorporate movement into your daily life? Share your favorite simple ways to stay active below and inspire others, too. Extracting the essence through meals. The art of self-love from the kitchen. Eating isn't just a matter of survival. It's a sacred ritual that nourishes both body and soul. When old age knocks, the body becomes more subtle, needing gentle treatment. Simple, low-fat eating isn't about hardship. It's about wisdom and choice. Reduce heavy oils and fats. Reduce salt for a purer taste. Increase green vegetables, roots, and whole grains to receive pure energy from the earth. Prioritize boiled, steamed, and soup dishes, meals that preserve natural flavors and nutrients. Eating slowly, chewing thoroughly, doesn't just aid digestion. It's a moment of reflection to feel gratitude for the food and your body. A simple meal is the most gentle supplement, a way to show love to your liver, heart, brain, the companions who have been with you throughout life. Speaker: what does simple eating mean to you? Share your favorite simple, healthy meal ideas in the comments below. 3. Cultivating the inner garden. Lighting the lamp of optimism. Life has its sunshine and rain, its smiles and tears. Old age brings worries and losses. But precisely in these challenges, the lamp of optimism in the soul again needs to shine even brighter. Maintaining a cheerful, positive spirit doesn't mean denying difficulties. It's the ability to find a small ray of sunshine in the gray clouds, to know when to let go of unspoken burdens. Spend time on things that stir your soul, chatting with loved ones, connecting with friends, joining warm community activities or senior groups, dedicating time to old hobbies, or discovering new things. A beautiful song, a meaningful page of a book, a newly bloomed flower, all can be sources of inner nourishment. Optimism doesn't just help the immune system become stronger. It makes every day more beautiful and worth living. A calm mind, a healthy body, a clear mind, a sharp intellect. That's inner peace radiating outward. What is your secret to maintaining optimism and joy? Share your wisdom with the community below and help brighten someone's day. 4. Listening to the body's voice. An honest dialogue with yourself. Our body is a marvelous but very discreet machine. It doesn't cry out when tired, but whispers through small signs. Regular health checkups are not about seeking illness. They are about listening to those whispers scientifically and sincerely. It's a dialogue between you and yourself through the language of numbers and test results. Early recognition of small signals and timely lifestyle adjustments don't just prevent illness in its infancy. They show respect for the temple that is your body. Regular checkups are a way to affirm to yourself, I cherish this body, and I will care for it in the best way possible. It's not the fear of illness. It's the proactive creation of a healthy and peaceful life. How do you practice listening to your body? Share your insights or tips related to health awareness and checkups below. Dear viewers, we have journeyed together from identifying the weeds that cause harm to cultivating the seeds of peace. Health and longevity are not found in miracles or distant secrets, but in the simple choices and actions we make every day. Movement, simple eating, maintaining optimism, and listening to your body. These are the 4 channels that nourish life, helping you live healthily, peacefully, and fully. Perhaps today, you cannot change everything, but please start with the smallest thing that feels easy to do. A slightly gentler step, a slightly simpler meal, a brighter smile, or an honest appointment with your doctor. Every small step is a good seed sown into the garden of your future. If you feel these sharings have touched your heart and brought meaning, please give it a like so this flame of sharing can spread. Share this video with loved ones, those you wish to also live healthily and peacefully. Because sharing health knowledge is sowing seeds of happiness, and to not miss out on future meaningful health journeys, please subscribe to the channel, and together let's build a community of healthy living filled with love. Thank you sincerely for listening. Wishing you always peace in body and joy in spirit. See you in the next videos.